The layman deals with different transactions. So I'm here, I'm having my own print out PDF. So better for you, for easier, take notes, print out also as I have told you to take note. So what is the selling management? What is the consumer management? What is the consumer behavior? So in our daily life, the layman deals with different transactions in terms of selling and purchasing of goods and services. So in this transaction, actually, the second one persuade the first one. So who's the first one? Is the salesman. Who's the second one? Is the customer. So the first one persuade the other one. Therefore, here the selling might be defined as persuading people to satisfy the way of the first one. So the person who does this act is called as the salesman. So I might ask you in the exam, the person who does this act, we call him is what? The person who actually trying to persuade people to satisfy, to persuade people to buy their product. We call him a salesman, okay? We call him a salesman. So the result of this action is a sales. So we have a sales unit. While these activities of the person are supervised and controlled by sales management or sales unit. So the sales unit and the sales management actually is basically the purpose of having this unit is to control and supervise. Okay? So are you with me, guys? Are you okay? Are you with me? Okay. So actually, what is the purpose of having a sales unit or sales management? To control and supervise. So if we are supervising means we are controlling. In the present scenario, sales executives are professionals. Of course, not all of them are professionals, but the present scenario here, the contemporary trends for sales unit and management, the salesmen need to be professionals. Professionals here means having the knowledge and information about the job itself. Okay? So they plan, they build, they maintain effective organization. And it is also need a skillful applications. So the quality of selling is referred to as a salesmanship. So the quality of the selling is referred to a salesmanship. So this is my type of questions in the exam day. The quality of selling is referred as, I give you multiple choice. I give you salesmanship, I'll give you plaza masalam, I give you sales unit, I give you salesman. So you need to choose the correct and the proper answer. Okay, move on to the second page. So definition. Here we can call it also the history of the sales management. The history of sales management. So originally the term sales management referred to the direction of the sales force personnel. But it has gained a significant position in the today's world. So now the sales management means management of all marketing activities. So now the sales management, when we talk about the sales management, it has a lot of meaning. It has the meaning of marketing, it has the meaning of advertising, it has the meaning of sales promotion, it has the meaning of marketing research, and it has the meaning of physical distribution for marketing channels. It has the meaning for pricing also as well, and the product merchandising. So here you see, when we talk about the sales management, we talk about many different aspects and parts. We talk about customer, we could talk about sales unit, we talk about marketing, we talk about advertising, we talk about promotion or promoting your products. Okay, so the American Marketers Association, it is very important to memorize this short form or this abbreviation. So AMAS refer to American Marketers Association. Okay guys, so please take note. So what is the, okay, we talk about these things. What is the actual definition, concept for sales management? I want you to memorize this. What is the actual definition for sales management? So the sales management is the planning, it is the direction, it is the controlling of the personnel. So sales management, it has many aspects: plan, direct, and control of the individual, selling activities of the business unit, including recruiting, selecting, training, assigning, rating, supervising, paying, pricing, motivating, persuading. All these are the tasks applied to the personal sales force. Okay, guys. So this is the formal definition for the sales management. Okay, guys. Are you all with me? Is there any question? So sales management here has to work in a broader and newer environment. Be careful about this. The sales management has to work in a broader and newer environment, in coexistence with the traditional lines. So we cannot get rid of the traditional lines because it's the basis. Because it is the basis of any work. We have to know and we have to study the basis of our work. We have to study the traditional lines in order for us to understand the modern technology. So I might ask you in the exam, sales management has to work in a broader and newer environment. True or false? Or I might have some tricky questions like, sales management has to work in a broader and newer environment apart from coexistence with the traditional life. So it is in coexistence. We cannot get rid with the traditional lines in order for us to understand the future. So why we study the traditional lines? In order for us to understand the future, we need to study the traditional lines. Okay. What is the benefits of selling activities? What is the benefits of selling activities? I think if you are a university student, you have to go ahead. You have to study the database. You have to look for information. You have to look for resources. So remind me to give you some resources which is very useful and beneficial for you. You can also use these resources in doing your assignments and quizzes and forums. So you have to search deep, and you have to read deep, and you have to study deep. So these resources, I have a media offer for her students, a database which is called EBSCOhost database. This database is really interesting and it's really exciting. You can have a lot of information which is useful and simple for you guys. So I give you later on the link and the username and password. I want you to go discover this database. Okay, guys? Okay? So what are the benefits of selling activities? It is benefit to the society, economic growth, and maximum employment. So when we have the selling activities, of course, it affects the economic, and it is increase the recruiting and employment, which is the basic for national development. So what are the basics for national development? Economic growth and maximum employment. So benefit for consumers, benefit for consumers, consumer behavior. So professionals here, people may not know every fact about the product, but they at least know it is major uses, limitations and benefits. So they can easily serve their customers. So if you are selling any product, of course you are not going to meet and take appointment with the customers while you don't know even the basics, or you don't know even what to talk, or you don't know even what to propose to these customers. So at least you need, I'm not saying that you need to be a professional in this product, no. At least you need to know the measures, information, you need to know the measures, usage, limitations, benefits. So insurance agent, for example, insurance agent can analyze the hazards and risks that might confront the client's business or home situations. This is a very good example. You are selling insurance for customers. So of course you need to tell them the hazards, the dangers, the sequences that might face them in their life. Whether they are doing a construction work, you have to have the basic safety in order to protect yourself. So you need to convince them to buy your insurance by showing them the other side if they didn't buy the insurance. So this is a good example of having the good information about the having knowledge and basics about the product. So also we have benefit to customers, benefit to business firms, benefits to business firms, their salespersons and customers. So here salespersons are owned by their companies while customers are the end users. The end users means here the product itself, the end using is the customer. So the customer is the end user, is the person who will at the end use the product of the company. Whether it's product or service. So you know that companies have different service and different offers. They offer you a product or they offer you a service. So all these people in the chain of marketing, they stand by to benefit by sales activity. So what are the elements of sales management? It is a nice question. It might be also for you guys an essay question in the exam day. It might be a essay question. The elements of sales management. The elements of sales management. So there are 4 basic elements of sales management. Discuss briefly. This might be a essay question. So planning a business cannot be taken as a chance. First of all, the element of sales management is planning. We cannot have a business by chance. We need to have a well-planning system in the company. So a business cannot be taken as a chance. Every salespeople or person concerned have to see for the future in a planned way, like what must be done and who will do it. The plan must be based on an extensive market research. So here it might be also a multiple choice question. Very good point. The good plan must be based on a surface or light research for the market. True or false? Of course, it is false. The plan must be based on extensive, on a deep research market, and the facts must be verified at every stage. So at every stage of our planning, we need to verify the facts. We need to show the facts. We need to show what is really going on. We do not have to hide latent things. No, we need to be clear. So, coordination. The coordination is all persuasive and parameters every function of the management process. So the coordination is all pervasive and permeates at every function of the management process. So the coordination, the cooperative, the integration of all the aspects together need to be pervasive, need to be deep inside in the company, need to be cover all the aspects of the plan. So this is what we call it, the coordinating. Need to coordinate all the aspects, all the elements of the selling unit or management, and need to be permeate every function of the management process. In other way, need to be integrated. So controlling the sales management or the sales manager has to check regularly. So controlling here means check regularly. So I think easier for you to study is to give notes and give make every section as a sub-parts. So controlling, cover what? Check regularly. The sales activities are moving in the right direction. The second part. Is everything okay? Are we going in a right direction? He guides, leads, and motivates and subordinates as well. So the control system has to, the control system in any company has to first prepare sales and market forecasts. Prepare the sales and market forecasts. Determine the level of sales budget. We need to determine also our budget. We need to determine and review and select the distributing channels. We need to organize an effective and efficient sales force. We need to establish a system of sales reporting. In any company, we need to have a reporting system for every stage that the company passes or goes through. We need to establish a system of statistical sales credit. Of course, in order for us to take the strategic planning, we need to have a statistical sales unit or statistical report or statistical unit report. We need to establish a stock control system. We need to review the performance of the sales force. Or in other words, we need to have a feedback system to review the performance of the selling unit or sales management unit. Okay, guys? Okay. So motivating. So here motivating actually, it covers the customer and it covers the salesperson itself. So while we don't have or without having a motivated salesperson, do not expect to have a sales rate ratio which is high. Because if you are not motivating and rewarding and giving incentives to your staff, whose at the end, the whole product and process, depending on them, do not expect to have a good sales ratio and do not expect to have a good sales ratio and record. So motivation actually is the essential as a human resource concept. So without having a motivation, we don't have a human resource concept. It is the purpose to weld together distinctive personalities into an efficient team. So this is especially important in the case of the sales force. Okay, guys? It is only motivated the salesperson can achieve company goals. As we have told you, only uh, only having a motivated salesperson, in this case, we will have a good sales ratio, and we will have to achieve the company goals and organization. Okay, guys? Okay, guys? Are you feeling tired? At the first time you see this syllabus or you see this PDF, you feel shocked, right? Oh, the lecture is going to give us around 200 pages. But actually we are trying to summarize together, okay? We are summarizing the notes and information we really in need, okay? Okay, guys? Okay. So what is the objectives of the sales management? The objectives of the sales management. So every business in the world or every company or every firm has a certain objectives to achieve. Not every business, every individual in this world have an objective, right? As for you guys, what's your objectives? Okay, having a degree in business management, open my own business. Okay, going or immigrate to US, finding a job in a Gulf country. So we are, while we are having these objectives and strategic mission and vision, we are trying to accomplish and fulfill these strategies, right? So as for the business and firm and company also have its own objectives to achieve. So these objectives might be explicit and definitive, or it might be implicit or general. So these objectives might be implicit or general, might be hidden. For every company, they have a hidden and they have explicit or general or apparent objectives. So it depends on you. Also, you might tell your friends you have, this is my, okay, I am planning to travel for Gulf to find a job. But at the same time, you are having a hidden inside objective or goal you are not willing to tell or inform your friends. So it implements same to any company. Okay, guys? So the typical objectives include profitability, sales volume, and market share, growth, and corporate image. So this is the basic general objectives for any company. Profitability, they seek and they seek for profit. Sales volume, they need to have a volume in the selling. Market share, they need to have some share and stocks in the market. They need to have some goods, expand their company in the market. They need to have a corporate image. They need to have a good image in the market. So normally And basically, the objective, this was last semester question I give to my students. The objectives and goals should be two basic things: achievable and realistic. Realistic, of course, we are not having to have a goals that we cannot achieve. We need to have a goals that it is based on a verification of steps of facts. Okay? So the goals must be realistic, the goals must be achievable. Okay? So the goals must be realistic and must be achievable. Must be achievable. Okay. So the setting of objectives should not be based only on the judgment of the top management. So the objectives of any company should not be based only on the judgment of the top management. So if you have studied with me the management theory and practice, you will see the level of management. We have top management, we have middle, and we have low level managers. So the scientific approach of management, the scientific approach of the management, they have to share the decisions among their staff in all the levels. And the objective should not be based actually on the judgment of the top management. So this we can consider as a bias or discrimination from the top management, or we can call this type of management as a central or centralized management. So it should be formulated and finalized with the involvement of the sales force managers and management. At the grassroots level, in addition, the process of setting of sales objectives should be begin only after the company has conducted a benchmark study. Any one of you have any knowledge or about what do we mean by benchmarking? Benchmarking or benchmarking studies, it means go outside of your company, compare the standards and the work of other companies, and come back to your company, apply these standards and what people do, what we do, but according to the standards. We do not do benchmarking of what people is doing out there while they are doing actually wrong things. So if they are doing wrong things, we cannot do benchmarking. We cannot adopt these things. These things, when we adopt benchmarking, need to be based on our standards. So the benchmarking need to be based on standards. We cannot adopt people's wrong standards. The standards must be verified at every level of the international organization. Okay, guys? And the goals must be measurable, which is our key point here. The goals must be measurable. So the goals must be measurable, must be viable, must be quantifiable. So I can count, I can see my level, I can see the level of the performance, I can see how much the company achieved. Only then we call these goals measurable. Okay, guys? Are you here? Have anyone of you sleep? Okay. So would you like to continue or we continue next class? Are you full of information? Here in Malaysia, it's already Azan Maghrib. Okay, guys. Let's have some more information. We still have 9 minutes. Do you have any questions? SMBO approach. What is the short form of SMBO? What is the abbreviation? What is the abbreviation of SMBO? SMBO is referred to sales management by objectives. Sales management by objectives. It is another approach to formulate and accomplish the sales objectives. So when we talk about the sales management by objectives, it means having the management run by objectives. So having the management run by objectives, measure the company run by objectives. So this is what we call SMBO, sales management by objectives. I might give you this in the exam day. SMBO refer to sales management by objectives, sales management by monitoring stuff, sales management by achieving goals. No, sales management by objectives. Okay. Okay, guys. If you have a question, write down your question. The process of SMBO. What is the process of SMBO? Sales management by objectives. Setting goals jointly with the salesman. So I want you to memorize these goals. What is the goals of sales management by objectives? Here means set my goals jointly or together or in a cooperation or in a coexistence with the salesman. So when I set my goals, the individual, the people who's selling my products need to be involved also. Secondly, it is planning strategy to reach the objectives. So here the outcome of the joint exercise would be the development of the strategy that directs the salesman to his objectives. Okay, so what is the importance of sales management by objectives? What is the importance? Okay, guys, we have 4 minutes left. We stop here. We continue, inshallah, next class. I encourage you to come on time next class in order for you not to avoid or not to miss any information or tips for our exam. Then if you come on time, things will be easy. If you can come on time, you save your time actually by summarizing what we are studying now. Okay, guys? Okay, guys. Have a nice day and thank you very much. Please do not log out until the class by itself finish in order for our system to mark your attendance. Okay, guys? In case any one of you have any question, you can come to my office at Al Madina International University, 14th floor at any time. You can come and drop by your question. I will be very welcome to answer you. Okay, guys? So, I have missed to give you my email. I think the email in the website or your student portal might be wrong. So I would encourage to give you this email in order for you, if you want to have any question, please write immediately to this email. Okay, guys, this is my email. abdulrahman.ramez@medu.edu.my. I think the one in the system, it is at LMI or whatever, so no, ignore that one, follow this one, abdulrahman.ramez@medu.edu.my. Okay, write down this email. Anything you would like to ask, just drop me a text. I will try my best to answer you as soon as possible. Okay, guys? I encourage you to have a WhatsApp group among you guys to discuss together if you are willing to ask something or propose something easier now using WhatsApp, easier for you guys to contact each other. As for me, you can contact me using this formal or official email for Medium. Okay, guys, have a nice day. Please remind me next class we start from the importance of the SMBO. Okay, remind me where we have reached in order not to miss or skip any information. Okay, guys. Okay, see you guys and good night. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh.